Excited for her.
Ah, are we ready to go,
Okay.
Tori?
Yeah,
We're ready.
We're excited for her.
Okay, well, welcome everyone to our Team Legacy Peak weekly call. So as you know, we record this, we also live stream it, and we're just happy to have you all. So we just got done with the Atlanta conference, which I truly, in my heart, believe it was the best conference I've ever been to. And I've been doing this 21 years. So my name is Jeanette Petruba, and I am a presidential marketing director on our Juice Plus Legacy Peak team. And one of the very best parts of our conference is the NMD speeches. Everyone says that. So we had 27 new NMDs give their speech, and one was just better than the other. But one in particular, one sweet friend of mine that I've got to get to know a little bit better, waiting in line in Promo Plus, is Teresa Harrison. And she has such an incredible story. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna let her go ahead and share her story. I'll tell you just a little bit about her. She is happily married with 4 children and a bonus child. She has 6 grandchildren. She is a New York marathon runner. And right now she lives in, okay, I had this all pulled up and then it got mixed around. Okay, she lives in Kenilon, New Jersey. And it's amongst the mountains and the lakes in New Jersey. She has an incredible journey. And one fun fact about Teresa is that she went to the same high school as Stephen Ritz. And I'll let you tell a little bit more about that. But how cool is that? She went to the same high school as Stephen Ritz. So I am going to put myself on mute. I am going to let Teresa take it away. We're so lucky to have her sharing her story right here with us. Thank you, Teresa. Take it away.
Well, I'm so excited to be here. And I love saying I am Teresa Harrison, and I'm a national marketing director with the Juice Plus company. And I've wanted to do that for the past 12 years. Well, just to clarify, the thing about Stephen Ritz is that we were actually we had the same kindergarten that we went to. So it was the other end of the spectrum. I don't know if I told you it was high school, but and it just came out of conversation. And that's what we do. We find out and learn about people by just chatting with them. And so when Stephen and I had spoken, we had realized that we not only went to the same PS 94, but we had the same kindergarten teacher. So that was kind of cool. And we knew the whole block. Back then there were blocks, you know. So anyway, so that was that. But anyway, I'm privileged and honored to be part of this call today. So I'm just going to tell my story about how I arrived here. My sister Mary Ellen, who is an IMD, told me about Juice Plus. At first, I wasn't interested in the product or the business because I ate enough fruits and vegetables. You know, I didn't need it. You know, I should get all my nutrients from food, is what I thought. But as I saw her health improving because she had some things going on, I said, you know what, I'm going to start and get my family on this product because I wasn't giving them vitamins. And then I signed up as a partner for the discount. We all know how that goes, right? So, you know, life was going on. And then in 2011, the unthinkable happened. My husband of almost 25 years was diagnosed with cancer, melanoma. And that was in January. And I was told he was going to die in 6 months. At that time, I had 3 daughters in college, and I had a 13-year-old son at home. And the thing about, you know, just having that news is that I was a kept woman, and I kind of liked it that way. And my husband took care of me. You know, I could throw a party, I could run a marathon, I could do all that. But I didn't know how to do anything that was related to a computer or a business. So he sat down for 6 months and taught me that. And so, you know, then he passed away in June, exactly 6 months later. And after a summer of grieving and trying to pick up the pieces, my sister, Mary Ellen, asked me if I wanted to go to Dallas with her, that there was the Juice Plus conference, which wasn't an option in the past, even though I was just an affiliate as a family plan. And she said we would have some fun. And trust me, I needed some fun. So I decided to go. But then what was supposed to be a casual trip turned out to be so much more. I was sitting in the audience, just like we all do when we go to conference, and I heard, now please welcome new national marketing director. And as I heard one NMD speech after another, I felt something spark inside of me. I wanted to be an NMD too. As I tell the story, I literally have my hairs going up because it's actually what I felt. But the feeling was exhilarating, but it scared me to death because I love being a stay-at-home mom. Like I told you, I didn't really know anything about business, but in deep down though, I did want to have a career. And that was something that I always wanted to do. I had a tough time in college. It just was the way it was. I mean, I was smart in so many ways, but when it came to, I was in nursing school and I was a nursing school dropout because I wanted to help people. It didn't work out for me. And so I stopped, and then I kind of sometimes wondered if I was smart enough, but looking at this new desire to be an NMD, I knew I was teachable. And so I decided that, I was going to go to what I called it Juice Plus School. I was like, all right, they're willing to teach me, and they're actually willing to pay me as they're teaching me. So I started to host events, and I started to go to events where I learned things. And eventually I was able to pronounce phytonutrients, which is kind of funny. And also, I didn't say it in my other speech, but nutraceutical rep. I'd call Mary Ellen up. I mean, my upline, I called her multiple times a day. So with that consistent activity, by 2015, I reached QNMD. I was on top of the world and on the brink of achieving NMD with my team until I got stuck. Well, like I told you, I lost my husband, but there was a lot of things that were going on around 2015. I had actually put 4 children through college. I married off 2 of them. We were having some grandbabies along the way, but I also married myself off. I was blessed to find a gentleman who was also a widow, and he lost his wife to heart disease. So, he understood the importance of health and wellness. And his daughter happens to be a type 1 diabetic, and her just health is improved just because of her immune system. You're not getting sick as much and stuff. So, I mean, I think that's just a great thing. And yep, so we're all married off and stuff, but I was having so much fun that that was part of my getting stuck. But then I still would go to conference, and conference after conference, I would still come home determined to be NMD by the next conference, but it wasn't happening. I was getting frustrated. Insecurities popped in about myself again. I was wondering, what was I doing wrong? What was wrong with me? And then though, because I was thinking I knew, when I went to conference in 2019, I realized, I've heard it before and it's the truth. For things to change, I needed to change. So I needed to start to commit. So I committed to focusing on my priorities, and I started to use my time well. I had to set boundaries with my business, my family, and ultimately myself, because all my kids lived in my town. And I asked my family to support me on that journey. And because they all lived in town, they always wanted to see me. And that's really great because I was I still am a very popular grandma, but I needed to learn to communicate. I needed to communicate when I was working and when I was free to be grandma. I started using tools like iCal and TeamZ to stay organized and work smarter, not harder. Because when you have a place where you can put all your information, even if you can't get to it right away, you always have somewhere to know where to continue on what you're doing. And then I helped my team do the same. And I think the craziest thing is that, when you realize that to be an NMD, you don't get there alone. You need team. And mine was incredible. And I spoke to them. I found who wanted to work, who, what goals they had, and who was on board to make the push together. And they showed up. And so finally, I was helping them achieve their goals. And the structure for the national marketing director fell in place. It just happens when you do the work and you show up, things just happen. And I think that's true with a lot of things in lives. in our life. And, I had a saying on my team, and I still have it, that we lay down the train tracks one at a time. And then the train will come in, and you just have to keep doing it. And for me, it took 12 years to do it. I mean, some people it's a lot shorter, other people it's longer. But the beauty of this business is it's your journey. You make that decision. So I'm going to end my little NMD speech with this, is that any of you guys can do this business. Whether you struggle through school like me, or if you went to an Ivy League college, no matter if you're 23 or 93, and we've seen 90-year-olds walk this stage, which is like incredible. I mean, how? If you can't be just motivated by that, I don't know what does motivate you. And, I don't know how long any of you have been in this business or how many times you've gotten stuck. I mean, me and Mary Ellen used to say we would fire each other if we didn't, I would fire myself if I didn't have Mary Ellen telling me, you could do it, But no matter how many times you get stuck or what burdens your heart, because we all have things in life that are hard. And I don't know your story, but I do know this. If you want to be successful in this business, you need belief. You need belief in the Tues Plus product, the company, the research that backs up the claims that we make. You need to have belief in your team, but you need to have belief in yourself. And that was truly the missing piece for me. And I really can't thank the amount of people that got me to realize that I could do this. And I'm going to just a couple of things I want to say about that is I would never say the most successful people in this company, because the success is where you want to be. But I do say the people with the largest franchises, I'll put it that way, that gave their time to me in a conversation that encouraged me because they cared about me, are the people I want to thank. I have Janet Roberto, I have Jay Martin and Sandra. I mean, we could talk all day about the people, but it really was, my family that, was encouraging me, my uplines. And then I say, my sister, Mary Ellen, you need to find a buddy. I don't care who it is, a sideline, upline, anybody. And that's nothing wrong with having two buddies that is going to be there for you, because, my sister, Mary Ellen, was there for me all the time. And she always encouraged me. And she said that I was smart, I was important, and I was kind, and I was important. We take that, and you guys are too. So what do you want to do? That's the question. What is on your heart? What do you want to do? And ask for help, reach out, do the work, and you'll get there.
Wow. Okay, everybody, round of applause.
It's all true.
So that's the awesome kind of stuff we heard at conference. I mean, there's struggles, there's ups, there's downs, but oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm just going to point out a few things that jumped out at me. She called this Tues Plus School. So some of you know I didn't finish college either. I mean, our stories are identical in that way. I always wanted to be a nurse. So she called this Tues Plus School, but you get paid while you're doing it. Here's another one. She called her upline, which just so happens to be her sister, Mary Ellen Mullen, but she called her upline multiple times a day. And that is so important because we cannot read your minds, right, Mary Ellen? We don't know what you're thinking, and we don't know what you don't know. She still went to conference. I love that, Teresa. How about, you want change? Change. You want change? Change. And made priorities and asked for her family's support. And I think that is so important. She got better at communicating. She used iCal and Team Z. And then she found out who wants to work, who wants to move their business forward and be a part of this. And then how cute is that? I love it. Lay down the train tracks and the train will come, right? You can't control everything, but if you can lay down a train track today, that's one more piece. Right, Teresa?
Yep, to get you where you're going to go.
It's amazing. It's amazing speech. Okay, so I have a few more questions. Okay, this is what I always want to know with NMDs. Where did you find your 5 different lines to make you take you to NMD. And I know some are probably stronger than others. Maybe you've got one big line, maybe you've got two big lines. Where did you find them? People want to know, where did you find these people? Who are they? You don't have to say their names, but like, how'd you know them? How'd you find them?
I love saying that one of my top performers on my team is Mandy, who's on this call right now. And Mandy, I love her dearly. It's amazing the relationships that you have. And I did not know Mandy. We actually went to an event where she was actually helping someone sell pocketbooks or something.
Okay.
And we're chit-chatting, and she shared with me, it's nothing she didn't say. She was a mess as far as her diet and everything else. She's gorgeous outside, but inside she wasn't as what she knew she should be. But she didn't know that until after we connected and we got Mandy on the product. So she was my customer. She was a really bad customer. She never took a product. She was always postponing, right, Mandy? She's there. But
exactly.
Yeah.
I was the worst.
She's the worst. But I constantly, I customer care, and eventually she started to be consistent, and life happened for Mandy. So it's all in the timing that Mandy needed something more. And she recognized what was going on in this company and this product and in her body. She's got a beautiful daughter. She became a single mom. And now she is not only just thriving in this business, she's now in school to become an IIN health coach, all because someone told her about fruits and vegetables and berries and capsules.
Beautiful. I love it. Okay. That was probably like some sort of fair, right? You met her. Okay. Next one.
Next one was, her name was Jackie Rento, and she is a friend, and there's no one and she's now an IIN coach, but when I met her, she was just knowledgeable about every single, anything out there. And she wouldn't put anything that was not clean in her body. And she decided to come for fun because she was going through a hard time to Orlando to prove us wrong, that our product stunk, that it can't be what we're saying it is. When she left the conference, she became a partner, and her and her team, I had a couple of POBs on that leg.
Nice. So she was a friend from your past.
Yep, a friend from my past. So
Perfect.
that was that.
Next one.
Then I have my daughter, Megan, who is the line, who Megan is my connector. I know I met through her friend, through a friend. So don't ever think it's going to be the person that's direct, that's going to be your POBer.
Right.
So, 3 down is also another IIN health coach. I'm just, well, there's something going on here, right? But, and that's Gina Roof. And she is a mom of 3, teacher, Pilates teacher, you name it, she was doing it. Right now, she just stopped and she's doing all that stuff, and she's just doing her health business, which is great. So that was another one. Then we had my nurse friend, another friend, Laurel.
Okay.
Laurel constantly tells me that she can't do this business. She's always like, oh, this and that. I'm like, Laurel, just send me people. So I worked with them. Let's have some parties. You got some friends, and pretty much get over yourself. I connected them. Wendy Campbell had done calls with us. Guy DeBow has done calls with us. You don't need to just go to your upline. You've got these, like I said, people in this company. I guarantee anybody you reach out to is going to be there unless they can't, is going to be there. So how many have I got there?
That's 4. Okay. So we have Mandy, Jackie, your daughter, and a nurse friend.
Oh, and Erica, my other daughter.
Okay.
Same thing. Erica is, don't remember, my children have been on Juice Plus for years. And so there was someone who has done a call once that said, what would you do if I took all your Juice Plus away and you could never have that or shakes again? And my daughters all said, I would be scared. Think about it. Your dad dies of cancer, right? And you know that the power of the plant. You know the research, even though you're really giving your mother a hard time being an NMD, because they were not easy, because I didn't have to work. My husband I didn't say this, he was a State Farm insurance agent. So he prepared for my future. I didn't need to do this for money. I needed to do it for so many other reasons. One was I wanted to accomplish something, and I wanted to help people, and I was able to do that. So that was another thing. So my daughter Erica signed her up, And I helped build her. She's the PSP. So she wasn't even so much. So she was my other PB line. And that's it.
Fabulous.
That was it.
That is incredible. I love it. So I always want to know where'd you find your people so people can open up their minds to anybody and everybody, right? Okay, so another question I had was, so you do all of it. Do you, social media, you do events, you do meeting up with people one-on-one. You tell me.
Okay, so I built my business on coffee table talks. I really did. Or that was most of it. It's like I spoke to someone, and you know what's so funny? I forgot how to do it until I got out of my coma. Totally forgot. And I mean, it's so weird. It's like, I gotta have coffee with someone. What do I do? But I started doing it again. I think we're all starting over. That's the beautiful thing. Whether you're NMD or IMD, if you're going to the next position and you're having a moment of being stuck, you just do what you did from the beginning. You have a conversation with someone, you ask them questions, you listen to their needs, and you offer them help. So that's what we do. So that was what it was mostly built on, but also having events in my home without worrying about the outcome. How many times did I have 3 reps and 1 prospect? Do you know how many times we've helped other people get customers? And what is our business built on? Helping people get enough customers to be a qualified business, to become a club. That's what we are. So how do you do that? By getting someone one by one. So we should be having 3 or 4 ameners, even if we only have 1 person. If we had no one there, we really just ate a lot of good food, had a good time, and just enjoyed each other and talked about the next one.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay, so last question. Just give me your wrap up from conference. What was your biggest takeaway? I know you were flying high because you gave your NMD speech. You did a beautiful job. You looked beautiful in your white dress. You were adorable. I was so proud sitting in the audience knowing that I had already met you and got to know you. Aww. And that you were going to do our call on Tuesday. So I couldn't wait for your speech. So I was yelling probably the loudest besides maybe people on your team for you.
Make me cry.
Oh, you were just, it was outstanding. And yeah, to lose your husband in the middle of all this, it's just, God has a plan though, right? Okay, so just last few minutes, give us your wrap up and your biggest things and what you're going to go forward and maybe tweak or do different now.
Yeah, I think so really is, you just don't stop. And that was my song, Don't Stop Me Now. I mean, do not stop. Just keep on. Consistency is key. You've heard it before. And you have to actually gather up 20 seconds of courage. I mean, what is the worst thing that someone's going to do? Tell you no or walk away? I've had all that. I've had people shut me down. And then what happens? We get this feeling of, oh my gosh. But you know what? Who really cares? I mean, really, who should really care? We were really doing them a favor. And the thing is, though, how many times has that happened where it's come along later on that these people are back? I have someone, I'm just quickly got a text today. Today's just a crazy day. I met you at the Veg Fest a couple of years ago. Are you still selling that stuff? And it's all, and she was an old customer. And so actually posted it on our page so people could see the actual text. So I think it's really, remember, you don't have to be perfect. There is no perfect. So, and if you do something, then I told you, I've said things I shouldn't have said. I've wished I said some things different. Don't stop. Say it different the next time. There's that, the thing about insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and having the same results that aren't good. So talk to someone about it. But when something goes wrong, just shake it off and walk away, put on your big girl pants and keep going, and that's what I would say. And remember to ask people questions and be a good listener. Like God gives us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. It took me a long time. I'm not kidding. When people said I've lost my voice, some people might have said, I'm glad she did it once. But now, now it's different. I try, I listen a lot more, but there's always improvement. So never stop growing. Personal growth books, things like that. but basically really just try to manage your time, because you don't want to. I used to live with Juice Plus on my shoulder 24/7, where it was like a big weight and it wasn't fun. So when I decided to make that change in those boundaries and all that is when things changed for me and my team.
Wow, just amazing. Mary Ellen, are you proud of her? You want to say one little thing?
Be unplugged. I am so super proud of her. And I've watched her grow and develop into the most amazing and incredible leader. And I did watch her go from calling me up, sin or what, what's that? Sin or what? Synergy. It was like phytochemical. I'm a what? You're a nutraceutical representative. To somebody who coaches and trains and helps other people now. So, people will say to me, I'm not like you. I'm like, that's great, because I wasn't like me either. She'll say she's not like her. That's great, because she's not like she was either. We do grow in this business, and Teresa is incredibly teachable. And we say there's 3 things in this business you need. You need to know why, you need to have a work ethic, and you need to be teachable. And she had all of that in abundance. But the biggest one is she wanted to learn, and she soaked it all up.
Wow. Okay, guys, this just was an incredible training. You guys blessed us. We have learned so much. I've learned so much. How cool is it? Let's get straight here. A lot of people are in St. Louis. I'm in Florida with my daughter. Teresa's in New Jersey. Mary Ellen, where are you?
State College, Pennsylvania.
She's in Pennsylvania. I know we have other states represented here, and yet we can all come together behind this incredible, incredible products that change lives, and look at what the business has done for them, for myself, for all of you. And I just want to say, tonight is Tuesday night, and you know what Tuesday night is. Tonight's the night that we build into the Healthy Living Affiliates Zooms, which are incredible, which is going to take us to a whole nother level. So Mary Ellen, thank you for helping raise up your sister. Teresa, thank you for sharing your wisdom and your passion. It's so, I hate to say cute, but you are just the cutest, sweetest thing. I loved it. Tori, thank you for doing the tech. Everybody have a wonderful day. Go lay down a train track today. What's that going to be? What's your train track? All right, you guys can unmute and thank Teresa, who did a beautiful job. Congratulations on National Marketing Director.